Hello, family. I've been in Ivory Coast here with my family as the Lord is leading him to start business that will be instrumental to what the Lord wants to do to the souls here in this nation. I'll share a message from the Lord concerning the nation of Ivory Coast later. By the way, for those listening, it's a country in Africa that borders Ghana. It has been a very fruitful trip thus far, and he has insisted that he feels called to this country for us to build life here and have a baby girl go to school here. I gulped thinking, Lord, what about the city of God? I've always known and many times fought his call to business because I wanted a husband I could do ministry with. And that's the last thing I wanted was a businessman, and can understand why the Lord had brought us together. However, the Lord gave the first vision when we were engaged to my beloved concerning the city of God. And on the mountain, before we even got back together, he had a dream that he was in some African country and we're having a Heart Dwellers event. He had flown in from a business trip to surprise me at this event, and he met Brother Rams, who greeted him. And Brother Rams asked if he knew that I was there, and he said no, he came to surprise me. I was in my habit, fellowshipping with many other Heart Dwellers, and we had several bikes that we're going to give away for charity. And I was elated to see him, and he woke up. At that time, the dream gave me hope that he would truly come on board as a Heart Dweller, and the Lord was sealing the deal that he was called to business. Which brings us to our present moment, to our discussion. I asked the Lord using Bible promises if I was called to stay here for a season. I got no. Then I asked if I was called to go to the mission house and allow my beloved to be here instead, and I got yes. My heart dropped. What? My family separated? That couldn't be Jesus, I thought. That's the farthest thing I wanted and I feared. I then pulled a random message from the website and I got, I'm leading you into your destinies. Trust me. The message was so on point, and I realized the Lord is making it very clear, and I'll post the message after this one. I realized Jesus wanted to speak to me. Jesus began, You're fearful. Yes, Lord, I am, because I feel like separation always leads to pain. The cross is enough to be separated, but the pain of what can take place supersedes that. And I know you're faithful, God, but it's hard to trust to see beyond this, that something turns out for both of our good. I can understand, beloved, but you're thinking forever. I never shared how long, and you're also forgetting the promise of breakthrough that I intended for you and all my brides who have been faithful by the end of the year. And guys, I was just doubting. I was doubting this too much. I was just too attached. This is not what I wanted, really. Jesus knew my thoughts said, You're doubting. How your unbelief hurts me. I'm so sorry, Lord. It's just been so hard, so hard. The enemy of your soul has made it so hard, very hard. And the flesh that I'm trying to kill doesn't help either. Sure, Lord. Give me the strength to do your will. Just submit to me, beloved, and indeed I will do the rest. I'm leading you into your dreams and the destiny that I purpose for him too. He must also pass through this road, beloved. You must let go of control. You being present with him and for him is a blessing, but it's not what causes change, true change. It's a relationship with me. It's knowing me and my love, and that comes by a relationship cultivated through trials and prayer. So I need you to understand that although it seems I'm not working, I am. This would be a time and a season where those trials and prayers will take true effect and bring him to a place of understanding and intimacy in me. So again, get out of the way, beloved, and allow me to use you as I please and him as well. What seems so painful to you will become the greatest work of redemption for him. You be obedient and work on ministering to my people, and I can promise you and will promise you I will take care of all that has to do with you, including this marriage and him. Things will begin to pick up and take off for him, but there are many lessons and breakings for him, even in business, that will lead to spiritual enlightenment and illumination for him that is most necessary to get him to the expected end. Beloved, this is a sacrifice, only for the meantime. I will give you peace, my peace in exchange for the enemy's taunts of fear. I'll also give him my peace concerning what I'm asking you as well. It won't be easy for him too, and I'll use all of that to show him the value of his family and of the greatest gift that I've given him, that is not always clear to a budding young father full of zeal to provide. In time, he will learn to prioritize and also understand the reason for all the success that I will give him from his labor is so that he can build my city, the city of God. Again, entrust all things to my mother. What you had them do at the hotel in front of her shrine was Holy Spirit inspired and heaven's doing. All that concerns what they do in this country will be under her care. Teach that soul to go to her often for everything. Don't let her be a second-hand thought after they've tried what they can do in their own strength, but rather the first thing that comes to her mind when things seem to go astray. Just call out to my mother for help and assistance, and she'll make mountains move. Tell them to test her on this and see if she's not faithful. And as an aside, family, during our trip, we stayed at one hotel, and I realized they had a Blessed Mother shrine, which is the picture you guys see as a thumbnail, which is the picture you guys see now. It was such confirmation that she was the one who led us there, and is also the one leading this trip, which at first I didn't want to go. My beloved hasn't been so keen on the rosary, but he's warmed up to me praying it, and I rushed to tell the rest of the group in excitement about the prayer shrine and that it means that she's in the midst of the business. To my surprise, one of his business partners began to share her testimony about Mary. Although she's not Catholic, she was in a dire situation and asked the power of intercession. And she answered. Her prayer got answered. I was like, hush, Mary, hush. I could see a little light go off in him. I told her we should pray together concerning the business at the prayer shrine. And she said, no, the whole group should go. So they all came as we offered personal intentions to her. And we all said 3 Hail Marys to close our prayer time. I was like, wow, Lord. Wow, Mama, you're doing it. Jesus continued, don't be afraid to share this word, because it's not only a word of encouragement to you, but other brides of Christ, whom I will ask of such a sacrifice in this way. And although it may seem wrong, they must know that I am leading them into their dreams and destinies in the perfect way. I write straight with crooked lines, and you and my brides will have all that you have asked and prayed for, just in my timing, in my way. Trust me, beloved. It's time to build the city of God. What about if he asks us to come? He has some ideas concerning baby girl, and I want to honor them. So then honor them, beloved. Respect for me is respect for him. When he's doing something opposite from what I've spoken to you, don't fight him on it, or say that I said that he needs or you need to do so and so. Use wisdom, beloved. You're not on the same spiritual page yet. Your time will come, but for now, honor his request and you just pray. Have you not seen me change his mind and heart time and time again? When it seems like a strong no, I will continue to do that as you continue to pray. There are many forces battling for his heart and mind until he is able to discern the source and make a sound decision concerning my will and seek me out to confirm it. You just be submissive and pray. Okay, Lord, thank you for the clarity. Please take away all the doubt and clear also all the bitterness and resentment in my heart concerning this. I'm sorry, Lord. And that was the end of the message. And just before getting this message, I pulled Wowza, or Wowsy, Rhema. If anyone hasn't gotten it before, it's from Jesus CEO. And the acronym is with or without someone else. And the Rhema goes to say, he practiced, and she's talking about Jesus, he practiced the Wowsy concept. The acronym Wowsy became a vital affirmation for me when I started my company. Like too many others, I tried to get assistance from the banks. I was continually turned down every time I was rejected. I would say to myself, Wowsy, which means with or without someone else. I would repeat to myself as I licked my wounds, a leader must be so committed to a project that she's willing to do it with or without someone else. David did not turn to see if the troops were following him when he went out to meet Goliath. He was not even a king, but merely a shepherd boy at that. He took on the giant. He became king after he went out alone, with or without someone else. And in this case, with or without your husband. That's why I changed the acronym for this message. Sister Ruth had to make the same sacrifice in her marriage for her family as she goes back to America and leaves her daughter with her husband so she can work and provide. What a cross. And just reminding me after speaking to another intercessor today, he also separated from his wife as she's in a different country because of immigration issues. So it was very hard, especially if you're not prepared for it. But it's very common in many other cultures to have one spouse living somewhere to make ends meet while the other is at home. But it's not easy nonetheless. May the Lord give us all the grace to trust Him with whatever He asks us to sacrifice, knowing that He's truly leading us into our destinies. Bless you guys until the next message.